Probably not. It's going to suck. I mean, to get a job where you get the weekend off, you're lucky. Especially a good job.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I mean, most people have to work weekends, especially people with like good paying jobs.
I have not had that. Like for 3 short years, I had a corporate job. It was Monday through Friday. Now, granted, it was not like your average 9 to 5. I was up at 2 a.m. to get to the airport Tuesdays, and I would get home maybe Thursday night, but usually Friday morning, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. But I had my weekends, and it paid very well. And then the goddamned fucking pandemic came.
Just took a lot of people out.
Yep.
Took a lot of people out. I mean, I didn't get weekends off. I had the worst job on the planet before I got this job with ICE. I was working for the Federal Bureau of Prisons. I was working graveyard shift and like having to work holidays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sucked. I would have days off like Tuesday,
Random
Wednesday,
Monday
Monday, Tuesday.
Which, honestly, that weird, like, weekday off is kind of nice. Because, like, you can go to Target and not worry about a bunch of fucking people in your way.
I'm doing my Christmas shopping tomorrow.
Yes.
During the day.
Yes. And it's going to be so quiet. You're going to be able to navigate where you want to go, get what you need. And we're far enough out from Christmas, like that should be a very easy trip for you.
I hope you didn't just jinx me.
Tuesday, December 14th is the busiest shopping day of the week.
It
Yes, it
is 10 days from Christmas Eve. So people are waking up going, oh my fuck, I have 10 days. And we all got to go in Trinity's way.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Trinity, thanks for being on this episode of Hammered. We appreciate you coming out.
Thanks, Bird.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think we planned this like 2 months ago and just
It was
like a couple of weeks ago.
month.
what?
Yeah.
No. I mean the first time you were supposed to be on.
Oh, yeah, was.
Yeah, you were like supposed to be on during
Months
the summer
and
or
months ago,
something.
yeah.
And something happened and we had to reschedule. And now we got you. You're
And now
here.
Here we are.
Finally, Trinity has come to the Naughty Donkey Studios.
I love it here.
Well, thank you. You're no stranger to podcasting. You're doing that. You still doing that now, or?
We are no longer doing any new syndications, but we still have people downloading our podcast and listening.
You y'all put out some episodes, didn't you?
Like 300 something.
Ooh,
Yeah.
geez.
It was a lot. A lot.
That's a lot.
It was just a lot to come up with content. You
Yeah.
know, when we started, we were doing 4 a week. And
Whoa, how long are these things? 20, 30
an
minutes?
hour.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
But usually 35, 40 minutes, some of them an hour. And then we scaled it back. And then we scaled it back again. So then we were just doing 2 a week. But even then, you know, just coordinating your guests and getting everybody in the studio. And it was a lot. So I'm glad to be taking a break.
Doing 4 a week, that's like another job.
It was another job.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting paid for it.
The struggles of podcasters.
We're aware. We're fully aware.
So anyone listening to us that wants to jump on board to throw money at us to podcast,
Monetization.
Please do.
bring it on.
So I have another podcast. It's called The Sticky Side. It has its niche is just cornhole players. So we target all the cornhole players throughout the country, throughout the world. And we just had a podcast on YouTube reach over 2,000 views. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a first.
Hey,
yeah.
congratulations.
Oh gosh, like so she started a new podcast and then I've got the 2 and then some other random videos and that's the highest viewed one so far.
That's awesome.
So yeah. I'm trying to put all my, not eggs in that basket, I guess, but I think there's more of a possibility of getting like acclaim or notoriety for that podcast, just because cornhole is kind of new to the professional sports scene.
Oh, is
And
it?
yeah. I mean, it's on ESPN, CBS, NBC, and I know all those guys mostly. And it's pretty cool. Yeah. I think there's only like 5 or 6 podcasters in that thing.
In that genre.
Yeah. So baseball's got like hundreds.
Right.
Football's got hundreds. So.
Well, take over the cornhole podcasting universe.
Word. Shameless plug for the sticky side. Go to Naughty Donkey Productions. You're actually there right now. If you look at the bottom right, you can click subscribe to the channel and you won't miss an episode. There. Are you subscribed to the channel?
Of course I am. What kind of co-host would I be?
And don't forget to, Miss Laura May has a podcast, The Renaissance Broads.
We have 1 episode out. It is magical. We are. If you're going to listen to one podcast ever in your entire life, it's got to be our very first episode of Renaissance Broads. You will enjoy it. Hilarity ensues. Carolyn is amazing. We are working on our next activity that we will bring to you on the 2nd episode. So that's going to be a mess. I do foresee it being just like a whole fucking mess.
Just go to at lauramay.89 on Instagram. She'll fill you in. And you can also follow the Instagram page for Renaissance Broads.
Renaissance Broads podcast on Instagram.
Trinity, what's the name of your podcast? If people want to check it out and download some of the...
It is Wired to Change with the number 2.
Wired to Change with the number 2. I'll put that in there too so people can see it.
Yeah, and it's all about business and business coaching, and we do a lot of really cool interviews with local and international business owners. So very wide breadth of content. So anything that you could think about business wise, we've probably covered it.
How much of a pain in the butt was it for you guys to get guests? Did you know these people, or did you go through someone? Between the networking that I do and my business partner Mike, we had no problem getting people that wanted to be on our podcast. And then when we started doing some of these international networking groups, we were able to pull in a lot of bigger names. And then once, I'm sure you get, my email gets blown up by people wanting to be on my podcast. Now that we have a podcast out, I probably get
yes, Michael, you're being inundated, flooded with requests. We are highly sought after here. God
You
almighty.
are fake news.
Highly sought after. We can't keep up.
I need some emails, people, please.
It just got to the point where I was sifting through who wanted to actually be on the podcast that would be delivering good content versus the fuckers that were they just wanted to get on there because they wanted to promote their book or launch something or sell something. And we wanted it to be very unsalesy because I didn't want another podcast that was a 15, 20 minutes sales pitch during the thing. So
sometimes we have we're not sure about certain guests, and we're I don't know how this is going to go. It could be great. It could be meh. I don't know. But it seems like every time we have those, they're always great.
Well,
that's because you set the bar super low. With me, you were hey, here's the bar. And I was sweet, I'll just step on over it. And there we go.
Well, we knew we were going to have a fantastic show with you in here. Between you and Laura, y'all can talk all night. So, I'm just sitting here pushing buttons.
It's really true.
I told Laura I'll just sit over here. And
Well, what prompted this...
I'm so glad you're bringing this up because you read my mind.
Yeah. So, Laura and I were enjoying each other's company at probably the cleanest version of Coglins that's ever existed. And I was actually at a party Saturday night, and we now refer to Zenith as the new Coglins. It will never be called Zenith again. It's just forever the new Coglins.
Yeah.
The less sticky floor version. But we were sitting there, and we were talking about the holidays coming up, and it came about the lip kissing.
Right. How our relatives and in-laws greet each other.
You got to learn how to look at my cues and not interact with them.
why didn't you just say, hey, Laura, excuse me, your head is in Trin's
I
camera.
was trying not to be vocal about it, but now everybody
It
knows.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, your head was in Trin's camera.
Thank you.
Thanks for moving. I think we're good now.
I
Okay.
think the back of your head is absolutely gorgeous.
The back of your head is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Too long. Too long.
It is. It's way too long. There we go.
Age yourself with a Mad TV skit. The back of your head is ridiculous.
Wait, was that a Mad TV skit?
Yes.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay, I'll just sit over here.
You know, I couldn't remember. I think it was you when I referenced it and you were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
And at first I was confused. I thought it was SNL. So I pull it up and it was Mad TV.
I am so embarrassed right now because I don't know what Mad TV is.
That was
or
where
what you're referencing.
Mad TV's where Jim Carrey got to start, right?
Pull it up. All you have to do is Google the back of your head is ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's all you have to search.
I don't know if I can Google. Oh my gosh, what just happened?
It will pull right
here
up.
we go.
So
What'd you say? Oh, hold on. Never mind. No, go ahead.
good job.
I
Well
was-
done.
Oh my gosh.
So your
Give your balls a tug, you tit fucker.
My God. So
your
back to the
in-laws,
holidays.
is that what you were
Yes,
saying?
yes.
Very intimate
So,
welcome.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting how people greet each other. I'm a hugger,
Mm-hmm.
so I come in, I'm like, I want a hug. Usually I warn people like, hey, I'm coming in for a hug, so that way if they look really awkward, I can hug them extra hard. Just embrace the moment.
Just
But
squeeze the
when
awkward right out of them.
I met my now husband, the very first night that I met his family, they came in and I went in for the hug and they came in and it was the smooch on the fucking lips. Yeah. And it just really weirded me out. And it shouldn't as much because my mom's side of the family is Italian and they're lip kissers too. But when it's your immediate family, I don't feel like
Yes.
it's as weird as when it's your in-laws. And my brother-in-law kisses me on the lips. I find that so
Ooh.
bizarre.
I don't even care if my immediate family was all supermodels. I'm like, get your lips away from me. I'm not kissing anybody.
Weirdly, I was thinking about this today, probably because I knew you and I were going to revisit this
Yes.
conversation. And I'm like, I have not lip kissed my parents literally in 20 years.
Right. When you're little,
Yes.
up
It's
until
cute.
the age of 4 or 5, it's cute, and
Right.
kiss on the lips, or maybe a little Eskimo kiss or whatever, a nose kiss. Oh, it's so adorable. But as a fully grown fucking adult, I think it's weird to kiss another grown person that's not your significant other on
And
the lips.
Speaking of fucking adult, I feel like it really it changes when you become romantically intimate with other people. So I think it is right around
Where's
that
your mouth been? Right before you kiss my brother or something.
psychologically.
Where's his mouth been?
Psychologically is where I'm going with this.
Oh, okay.
Once you kind of cross that boundary into romantic interaction, kissing takes on a completely different, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I was going real world because people are freaks nowadays. You don't know. The ATM's just not something you pull money out of nowadays.
Different context.
You don't know what that means?
It's a completely different context now once you've
Has to.
I'm so embarrassed that you had to explain that to me. Cooter! Oh my God, now all I can imagine is my father-in-law kissing me on the mouth after he's had his lips on my mother-in-law's,
Oh, I mean, you don't know what they do in that bedroom.
So freaky deaky.
People be getting freaky
You
up
just
in there.
don't know. I'm sure they're keeping it fresh.
I mean, are they bleaching that thing? Or,
Oh,
I
God.
mean, what's going on?
Oh my God, those are her in-laws. Stop it.
Old folks like to get crazy too.
I love them to death. The lip kissing is just a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
Then it gets the awkward, like when somebody comes in, you try to like dodge, and you can't dodge, and then they get like the side of your lip.
Ooh, they actually touch the tenderness, the corner.
And that's like
it's so
worse.
moist right there.
That's worse.
Oh.
I'm always worried, like, is my breath stinky? Did I just smoke like a cigarette that I shouldn't have? And I'm like trying to like mouthwash before they come over. Like it's a whole mind fuck.
Now,
to get ready
maybe-
for them. Like, and it's very, you know, like they're all up in your personal space.
This is, I think, a great strategy for you to kind of divert. Just like go ham on the garlic knots, smoke a ciggy, like, I don't know. Just do what you got to do. Run a mile. Don't drink any water. Like, get super dry
Sweaty.
mouth.
Yeah.
And then roll into your in-laws like, ah,
No, yeah.
come in for a kiss.
Do it. Go above and beyond.
I'm gonna get those like nasty ass Jelly Belly flavors, like the one that's like vomit.
You want to like have your breath so bad that when you open your mouth, you can see the vapors coming out.
Exactly.
Yeah, like onions and garlic knots, like she said. Also, lay out in the sun without, like, just dry your lips out. Make them look all cracked and
all
wrinkly.
crispy.
Oh, and then eat a salad and don't brush your teeth. Get all the green leaves. in your
Jesus
teeth.
Christ. Yes, broccoli.
Oh.
like all
Yes.
those tiny little broccoli particles in your teeth.
I'm just gonna get like a cilantro plant and just like
Trinity is going to be like the inmate that doesn't want to get raped in the shower. He just doesn't shower for years.
Oh my God, Michael.
They do that. They do that, though.
Or
some people are really into that stinky booty.
Oh, boy.
not the
Not the
stanky
stank
booty.
booty.
Not the stanky booty.
I can't be doing the old stank booty. I'd be a horrible inmate. I could go to jail for like a misdemeanor and serve 30 days and probably end up killing 2 inmates for trying to rape me. Then I'll be like in prison for 10 years and then kill somebody. There's no way I could like.
Is your phone on?
Oh my God, that was me.
I
that
think
dinged.
there's only one rule when you go to prison: rape first.
Set a precedence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be the big dog, and you got to find the biggest guy in there, and you'd be like, "Get down, boy."
Or
Yeah.
just start a lot of rumors about yourself.
I mean, that's a good point.
You can definitely attain this strategy if the horrible breath doesn't work with your in-laws.
Yes.
Like go in way too eagerly for the hello kiss.
Oh, just like a little like
just
sip a
meh.
little.
Oh,
Come here, Mom.
Oh, you mean my mouth wasn't supposed to be open?
Awkward. I thought we were really progressing in this relationship. I clearly misread.
You know, it's just with the holidays, the whole like holiday saying hello to people, seeing people. Like I felt so bad the last couple times I've been out because I'm not very good with people's names or remembering people.
Oh, I'm the same way.
Especially, well, yeah, and we know a lot of people.
yeah.
So then it gets to that awkward point. I was at a party and this guy came up and he was like, Trinity, oh my God. Like, oh, obviously super excited because we're best friends. And I could not remember his name for like the entire party.
What's your go-to? Like, I'm gonna give myself away right now, but when somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, Bird, what's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you, bro." I go right to bro. Bro's
Yeah.
my save. So
I'm just like, what's up? Oh my gosh, how's it going? And then I just try to find someone that knows them to figure out what their name is.
oh yeah, yeah,
Like try to triangulate back to it
yeah.
or listen to them introduce somebody. But if we're going to something and I know in advance that there's probably going to be people that I don't know, I tee Scott up and I make sure he introduces himself first. So that way I don't look like an asshole.
That is my go-to. Like, I'll try to grab someone else. Like, oh, have you two met yet? Please introduce yourselves and me, slow key.
Yeah, so this kind of happened Saturday night. You know, I had a Christmas party, and I hadn't seen some of these people in a few months, and some of them I just know off of Facebook. And, you know, believe it or not, people look different in person than they do on their Facebook profile pictures.
No.
So they come up to me like I'm supposed to know who they are, and I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Good seeing you finally in person. And then when
This
Laura's
one
with me,
girl.
I'll have to like introduce her to them, and I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Laura's
Oh,
going to think
shit.
I'm being rude right now because I'm not going to introduce her because I don't know her name and I don't want to look like an asshole.
Yep.
And I'm like, and then I got Laura like,
Well, you need to
You gonna introduce
communicate
me?
these things. Like, you
That's
could
why
totally be
you
like,
have to
hey,
have a
I don't.
pre-plan.
you
Like,
know.
with
Yeah.
your hand signals, sir. Just like,
She'll call me out like she did right then. Like if I try and do a hand signal or something, she'll be like, what are you doing? What? She knows she will.
I have gotten over you not introducing me to people, especially in settings like Saturday night.
And it's not at all because we're assholes. I mean, we are
Yeah.
assholes, but it's not because that in that moment, it's not. It's because
That-
legitimately,
Yes.
like, I'm so embarrassed that I can't remember who this person is.
Yeah.
And especially if they seem to, like, really know who you are. And it's
That's the
like,
worst.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like, should I know? Or there's times that I'm like, I know this person's name, but it's just, like,
Yeah.
gone. We were at we were at Costco. This is so embarrassing. And one of my past clients came up and she was like, Trinity, hey. And I haven't seen her in a while. And I was like, hey. And I went to introduce Scott and I was like, this is Trinity. And I said my name.
Oh no.
It just, and then I just sat there and she was like, my name's Alice. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I just let me go crawl in the freaking cheese pile at Costco. Like, I'm so embarrassed.
What a great strategy, though.
Don't be rude.
I'm crying. Oh my God.
I'm like blushing, sorry, but like I was legit like, oh my God, I it just came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was so
For anyone that watches this and then wants to like come introduce themselves at the next ATB get together, and
Or just anywhere.
or anywhere,
Anywhere.
yeah, take no offense. Like I just,
Yeah.
you know,
People got to understand if you do not interact with them on a day-to-day basis or a weekly basis and like interact with them online, interact with them in society, anywhere, you're probably not going to remember who they are. I like 15 seconds after I introduced myself to somebody, I don't forgot their name. And
Yeah.
most of the time it's because I hate to say it, but
You're drunk.
still maybe
Yeah.
I'll remember them better then. If somebody doesn't have something about them that sticks out, you're probably not going to remember the name. If it's not like a intriguing name, you're not going to remember the name.
Right.
Something that sticks out. But I mean, I do my best, but literally I have been embarrassed for forgetting people's names 15 seconds after they introduce them.
You know, like, these people taking it personally, like, that's not on you. Like,
Yeah.
I am senile, like, point blank. I can't remember shit. But it is what it is. Like, I don't get embarrassed by that stuff anymore because, like, I've just met so many people and interacted with so many people and have had so many temporary interactions with people. Like, I just can't worry myself with remembering names. And it's just as simple as, like, I am so sorry. I am senile. What is your name again?
Yeah.
And it's that simple. Like, please don't take this personally. It's not that you're forgettable. It's just I am actually stupid. So,
Well, and sometimes they're just really forgettable.
It is. It's true. Like I just Googled why do people forget names. It says this may be because you underestimate the work necessary to remember
Oh, great. More work.
It made the work necessary to remember something as seemingly simple as a name. A common name may be forgettable because it doesn't strike your mind as interesting, and it's true.
Did you say seemingly?
Seemingly?
Did I even say that? Seemingly simple.
Seemingly?
Seemingly.
Slippery little buggers.
Wait, is that not? That's how you pronounce that word?
Bro.
S-E-E-M-I-N. Seem. Seem with an ink and a L.
Sounds like you're saying seemingly.
You're seemingly.
You know
Michael,
what?
seemingly.
Seemingly.
You're Southern.
Seemingly.
Oh my God.
That's what she said.
I will.
Boy,
All right,
I was not prepared for tonight's episode.
Yes, we can tell.
Well, they tell you that you're supposed to, like, when you meet somebody, you're supposed to, like, use their name 3 or 4 times and, like, say it to yourself. So I do try that, and I do ask people how they spell it, which they always look at me like I'm really weird, but that helps me retain, like, especially if it's like a Brian or an Eric, because there's so many different ways to spell it.
Yeah.
That is true. I like your strategy, though. Next time I'm just going to be like, Michael, this is Laura. Oh, just kidding. That's me.
See, I'm funny. I got a sense of humor. You know what, though? It's normal. It's normal.
I don't know why I did that.
So fucking embarrassing.
If you're going to be embarrassed by it, just, like,
I mean,
go with it.
I'm sure the look on my face was like, that happened. That just came out of my mouth.
Oh, God.
You know, it's cool.
No, that's it.
That's what she said.
I don't know how weird it is for you.
I'm going to wear that button out tonight. I can see that.
You can wear that button out any night.
Oh.
That's what she said.
I have no idea
Love
what I
Michael
was saying.
Scott.
Oh,
Neither do any
does
of
it
us.
does it ever feel weird meeting someone else with your name?
Oh, with my name?
I'm just
All the
like
time.
for the
Yeah.
room. For you,
Really weird.
Michael, it just can't be that big a deal because everyone is named Michael or
All
Mike
these
or
amazing
some
people, yes.
variation of it.
Yeah.
Like I called a patient today. Her name is Laura. I was like, "Hi, this is Laura at Target Optical. Is this Laura?" And like I swear to God, every time I say my name, like I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's so funny that you say that because if I call somebody and they don't know who I am and I'm like, and they're like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Trinity," but it comes out Shanetti. They're like, "Your name's Shanetti?" And I'm like, like I
Shanetti.
obviously cannot pronounce my own damn name. And when I introduce myself to people, they say the weirdest things back to me. I'm like, I just must be slurring all the time.
Did you say snoring?
Slurring?
Snorling? It sounded like she added snoring and slurring together and made one word. Snorling.
Stop being mad because you pronounce seemingly as seemingly.
But yes, I can count on one hand how many times I've met somebody with my same name.
I do believe that. I feel like Trinity is not a very common name, which is sad because it's a gorgeous name.
It's a great character in The Matrix.
It is. We are rewatching The Matrix right now in anticipation of the new one coming out.
Oh, Matrix. What was it? What's it called? The new one.
Reloaded again.
Reloaded
I don't
again?
know. I have no idea.
How many times could Keanu Reeves? He's just a badass. We were just watching John Wick 2 downstairs. I got it. Never mind. Carry
I've
on.
never seen any of the Matrix movies.
I turned it off when Michaela was like, ooh. Towards Keanu Reeves.
But like, wow, we got to work on the girl's taste, man, because Keanu Reeves does not do it.
Dude, are
No.
you kidding me?
He's too
Kinda
small
greasy?
for me. Like I like more like muscles
He's
and stuff.
Definitely kind of spindly.
Yeah. Like,
So
yeah.
Sandra Bullock, she recently did an interview. I think she was talking to Ellen. Maybe it's not recent. Maybe it's an old interview, but I saw it, and they were asking her. Ellen was asking her about being on Speed with Keanu Reeves. And she was like, every time they had a scene together and she had to look at him, she just couldn't because he was so gorgeous. And she was getting like starstruck by working with him. She had the biggest crush on Keanu Reeves.
Maybe he's
then.
better looking in person.
He has to be.
Look, I am perfectly
He
secure
can't
in my
look
sexuality. Keanu Reeves is a hot dude. What are you talking about?
He's not.
I don't find him attractive.
He's very sunken.
What?
Like he's got very gaunt features. He looks like, oh, what are those? That long stringy cryptid that Native Americans believed in. Hang on, let me find that.
What are you talking about?
Long skinny cryptids.
Yeah,
you need to
I
find...
don't know what you're talking about, but I am Googling Keanu Reeves because I feel like he's one of those people that might wind up aging better than what he looked like when he was younger.
I don't know. Look, there's a dad bod Keanu right there. Oh, there he is.
See, I think he looks better, a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
Looks better, a little thicker.
I mean, he's older. He's probably 50. I mean, he needs to pull his pants up. But
Nightcrawler.
a night crawler.
That is what they are called. He looks like
I've never heard of that before.
a nightcrawler. It's a very tall, skinny, kind of spindly cryptid. No.
And he's got really little eyes.
He just does not do. This would be hot. Like, I love a little tummy on a dude, but he needs muscle to kind of compensate for that as well.
Oh, there it was. The first one, African Nightcrawler. Hit the back button once. Boom.
Oh, right there. What is that?
No.
Oh!
That's-
How do you...
That's
yeah.
not it.
That's not. Nope. I mean, that is terrible.
I feel like that second one into the right totally looks like Keanu.
Looks a little bit better than this.
There's only one thing on his body that could even look similar to this at all.
Ew, what
And
is...
if it did,
Ugh. Ugh.
His pinky finger?
His penis.
Facts don't care
Imagine
about
you're
your
in the
feelings.
bedroom with Keanu Reeves and he's like... zoop, and it's a worm. It's a worm.
Oh, no.
It's a worm. And then you got to be like,
It's the Matrix.
do I fuck Keanu Reeves' weird worm penis?
Oh, no.
I mean, not gonna lie, he's famous. I'd probably just do it for the story.
I would do that with Betty White.
Betty White's the shit.
It would be my luck. I'd be the way she died. Like, after it, she would croak. Then I would be looked at like, oh, my God, you took out Betty White. Nobody could take out Betty White, but you did it. With that amazing
I thought she
3
was
minutes.
already dead.
No.
No.
Oh, no. She's like 90 something.
99.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Pushing a century? Really?
That's amazing.
Is she?
Please do not ever let me see 99 years old.
I mean,
Why?
if...
That's
Just
So
ends
I have
me.
a plan. My plan is once I hit 70, I'm going for all the hard drugs.
Why wait till 70?
Because I have, I've got my life together. I have to
Yeah.
continue to be a productive member of society. But once I'm not as worried about my health and going to, once my family and all that, I don't want to die without trying all the good stuff. So I'm just going to go for it.
That one time you're going to be like that Alanis Morissette song. Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
First time I had cocaine, sniffed it up my nose. Now my brain's insane. I can't have lip flips. Y'all supposed to help me on this. Come on.
I would have loved to, but I had no idea where you were going with that.
I was just saying the first time training was to do something hard, whether it be a small amount, she would still overdose and die on it.
Right.
That's what I was getting at.
That would be terrible. I
That would be
suggest
horrible.
you
Yeah.
let a professional kind of walk you through it.
I do.
Like a shaman?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do like a guided.
A drug shaman.
Yes.
When I retire from my job, I want to do DMT.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a God, we just talked about
We
this.
did. It's
Is it a psychedelic?
Psychedelic.
It is
And
a
you see
hallucinogenic.
Yeah, you see elves and they talk to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty cool.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah.
once I'm in my, mid 70s, I want to like trip balls and
You might be
stuff.
seeing elves without that. At 70.
mean, I'm probably gonna see elves this weekend. It is the holidays.
It is the holiday weekend. That is true. Got my costume for the party on Saturday too.
Mine should have been delivered. No, it's getting delivered tomorrow. Please keep an eye out for that for me. I'm not fucking
something
ordering it
got
again.
delivered for you today.
Oh, good. That might be it then.
It might be it, but I went and bought a Santa suit. I'm officially Santa Claus.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. At this rate, I don't even have to put pillows in the shirt. They're natural. Eating that whole pizza by myself. My God.
That's okay. Just hop on that fancy bike you just got yourself.
Right. By the way, that bike is like 10 times better than Peloton. I've never had a Peloton, so I don't know. But the Echelon is just as good. And it's half price.
I also bought a knockoff Peloton.
Uh-huh. Which one did you get?
I don't know. One of my friends got it, and she said it was great. The bike is great. I downloaded the Peloton app to use on my iPad. I got the bike shoes and the bike shorts and the bike everything. And I have succeeded in riding it maybe 6 times.
I got 9 classes under my belt. It's tough. It's tough. So
I get so bored.
Yeah.
I like, the whole reason I liked spin classes is because you're like in a room getting destroyed with other humans.
Mhm.
So I do much better with people around me.
Have you tried the classes that come with the app or the live classes too?
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same when you're not all sweating and the music is like thumping and then the lights are off and I don't know.
What are you looking on your phone, Laura?
I could not think of
So we're
Anything.
okay, pretty much at this point. Pretty much at this
I
point.
guess Laura's still here.
I'm sorry, and I knew you were going to call me out for it, but this is going to drive me nuts. So
She's
So
still
it's-
looking for an African nightcrawler.
no, it's not. It's not an African nightcrawler.
Indian, like
Native American.
Are you talking about like the long masks with the long face?
No,
Oh, okay.
this is some weird, like paranormal creature. Oh yes, that's them.
oh my God! Look
That's
who
what
finds
Keanu
it.
Reeves looks like.
Okay, you can be dismissed from the show now. What in the world? He does not look any. Well, maybe he got the same hairstyle. I don't know.
I mean,
Those are pretty cool.
You
though.
know, I see the resemblance in the nose. I see the
Laura,
resemblance.
what are you drinking in here? I know the show's called Hammered, but man,
Okay,
it's not called Blitzed.
That's the Christmas version.
Ooh, that's our Christmas episode.
Blitzed.
Okay, so allow me to answer your questions. First, I'm looking for
What questions?
the name of. So there are like a lot of different variations for the devil. So I was trying to think of who the devil creature is that I was told they hallucinated when they did DMT. Not like Beelzebub.
Who?
Beetlejuice?
Beelzebub?
Is that like
That's
is
like
that like the Swedish
Beelzebub,
Beetlejuice?
that's a name for the devil.
Oh. I'm learning so much.
It's pronounced a different way, I think.
Beelzebub. No, it's not.
Are you sure it's Bub? Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. Anyway, there's another term for it, and I was trying to find it, and I could not find it. And also, I am drinking kind of like a low-key like wine spritzer. There's a rosé downstairs that's actually disgusting. It's just like way too sweet, but there's nothing else to drink in this house. So I put ice and tonic water in it, and now it's like not a
Palatable.
terrible
Yeah.
wine spritzer.
Problem solving.
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub.
I don't see an A in there. I think it's a Beelzebub.
It's
Beelzebub.
Latin.
Beelzebub. That's English. Anyway,
this will keep me up at night.
I feel like maybe we could use some therapy.
Yes, please. Therapists, we actually want someone on the show and see if they can just sit there and dissect both of our problems.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. What I really want is to get a hypnotist up here and let them put Laura under. Yeah. We know one, but they live so far away, it's hard to get them to come out here.
Are you talking about Art?
Yeah, but I don't think you can do it through Zoom.
That's how I met Art.
Through a hypnotist?
At sitting on the patio at Noir, and he hypnotized one of my girlfriends like 14 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a minute.
Yeah, I've known him for a long time.
I saw him do it 3 years ago, maybe. It was right when I first started ATB, and we were at someone's house for Thanksgiving, and he did it to like 4 people. And I'm a skeptic. I'm a skeptic on crazy shit like ghosts and supernatural and hypnotize.
Ooh, how was your ghost tour?
It was cute.
Cool. I think we knew everything they were talking about already because of the previous tour we went on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But man, seeing Art hypnotize these people, I was like, wow, they go under.
Yeah.
I kind of think I wouldn't, because I guess you have to believe. You have to let yourself go.
I think so.
I would have a hard time doing that.
I don't know. I don't think I'm very hypnotizable.
Like
I'm very skeptical. So
on our ghost tour last night, actually, she was telling us a story about how in the 1800s it was a thing where people were being buried alive, so they made the coffins with bells.
With the bells.
Yeah. So what this guy, for fun, he hypnotized this girl, a 24-year-old girl, put her in a coffin with a glass cover so you could see her face, and they buried her, but they put a tube like all the way down to her face, and the dirt went around it, so they paid 5 cents a piece to look down in the tube at this person's face. So he hypnotized the girl, told her to go under for 3 days, put her down. 3 days later, they charged people 25 cents to see him revive her, and she came back.
I would have woke up damn thirsty and pissed as hell.
Yeah.
And do you not use the bathroom on yourself when you're down there? You would think 3 days.
Well,
you definitely would.
Yeah, if all of your motor functions had ceased at that point, I mean, she had to have still been breathing, so there had to have been still some kind of like motor function and brain activity that would inhibit her from, evacuating her bowels.
I don't know.
Maybe he hypnotized her not to go potty for 3 days.
Well, he had to have put her out. Like, you're going to sleep for 3 days, because I would freak out because I'm claustrophobic.
Oh, yeah.
I would be like, you can't put me in an MRI. I'm like, I'm about to go crazy. Laura is all up on her phone today.
You can't put me in the middle seat of the back seat of a car. I need to be next to the door.
Yeah, I don't like to be cramped either. I really don't.
I'm not opposed to it. I feel like if I were going to get buried for 3 days, I don't mind the tube, because it's like, hello, but
you're not going to be doing
hello. Well, if someone, the biggest concern in the Victorian era was getting buried alive. So if there's, there's the bell thing helped, but.
Oh, what's that called?
The bell?
No, the other thing.
Did you know that that's why they have the term Saved by the Bell?
Yes, and also great.
Dead ringer.
Dead ringer, yeah.
Yep.
Night shift.
What's the other one called?
What are you talking about? The other one.
These
what?
nuts. Got him. Got him.
I just love it. All right, carry on.
I don't even know where to go from here. So the ghost tour, it was cute. I think I was hoping to hear more, kind of Christmas Carol stories where like this person was haunted by a spooky Christmas ghost every year on Christmas Eve, and like that's not what we heard. It was a pretty generic Raleigh ghost tour just at Christmas time.
And you know, they told us, like, we went on the first tour, we went to the governor's mansion, we went to the Mordecai house, we went to we were told about the Oakwood Cemetery. We didn't go there.
Yeah, we did not go.
Told.
No, on that first ghost tour, we did not go to the Mordecai house.
We didn't?
No, nor Oakwood Cemetery.
Well, Carolyn, the tour guide, your co-host,
she told us
about it.
Yeah,
and then
but
we
did not go there. Yeah,
and saw it. Yeah, but we've got Raleigh ghost story. I mean, there's really only so much now. I think we know everything.
And it makes me kind of sad because I know there's more ghosts than that around here. Come on, guys.
There's some places in Raleigh I want to go and spend the night. I want to go to the governor's mansion. I want to sleep in that bedroom. I want to sleep in Governor Fowle's bedroom. Fuck him. I'll sleep in his room. I don't care.
It's my understanding he doesn't mind as long as you don't move his bed.
No, I'm going to move his bed. I need to see if there's supernatural stuff going on. I want to go to the Mordecai house. I want to sleep in there overnight. You know, I want to sleep in Andrew Jackson's birth house. Where else?
In Oakwood Cemetery.
I want to stare the angel in the eyes.
Camp out in Oakwood Cemetery.
Angel. Trinity's over there like, what the hell is this?
Do you like ghosties?
I do. I grew up in a haunted house.
So. Nice.
What?
Yeah, like a legit, like, the house I grew up in is almost 200 years old now.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of paranormal, weird shit that happened when I was growing up in that house.
Do tell.
Well, I would wake up many times in the middle of the night and wake my mom up because the train was keeping me awake, and a train hadn't ran in like 80 years.
That's creepy.
Yeah. I heard the train all the time. My parents had completely renovated the house.
Oh, no.
And, and there was a wall that would, like, get wet and look like it was crying, but there was no source of water above or behind it. And that happened, like, multiple times, and we couldn't figure out why or what happened. The creepiest thing that happened a lot was I was the last one to leave the house and the first one to come home from school, and the ghost would always lock me out of my room. I would like purposely,
what an asshole ghost,
right? And it pissed me off, and then I got to the point where I was like afraid to be at home by myself because of the weird ghost stuff.
I get that.
Yeah.
Did no one else in your family experience any of this?
No, they experienced the, I mean, like the water thing, like we all saw it. It wasn't like, and then the weirdest thing that happened was not house related, but my mom liked to get me these weird dolls, and I had one of those dolls that like was on a stand, and when you'd lay it down, its eyes would close, and when you'd stand it up, its eyes would like open. And it would blink and wink at me, but I thought it was like because, you know, maybe the dresser got bumped or something. And it was doing it for a couple days. I'd only had that all a couple days, and one of my girlfriends was over, and we were sitting on my bed, and she looked at me, and she was like, that freaking doll just winked at me. And I was like, that's it. I took it downstairs, gave it to my mom, and she went in her room and came out, and she was like, nope, this fucker's going in the trash, and she threw it out.
Isn't that a movie called Annabelle?
I don't know. I purposely did not watch scary movies because I grew up with enough scary shit that happened in my own house that, yeah. And then in addition to like the scary shit that happened, I had bats in my room at least 3 or 4 times growing up as a child.
Bats?
Yes. Like
Count Dracula bats.
Laying under my comforter screaming for my dad because the bat is dive bombing me in my room.
Holy crap. Where'd you grow up at? Transylvania.
Dryden, Michigan, where friendliness is served country style. Yeah.
Oh.
Sam.
Sounds pretty damn spooky out there.
It was, but that's what happens when you grow up in an old-ass house and, you know.
I feel I kind of do the opposite. Is like I generated a passion and an interest for the paranormal to kind of, I guess, in a way, like justify what I had experienced. I don't think our house was haunted because it was a new build, but it was built on the site of an old house. So the contractors come through, they bulldoze this house and build a new one on top of it. If I were the ghost that lived in that house, I'd be pretty fucking pissed off as well. So I experienced things in the house that scared me shitless. And, you know, my mom, bless her heart, like she has no idea what to do with her child who's like being haunted. So she's like, let's take you to church. And like, that's not helping. So now it's, and then like I felt crazy. She took me to therapy. So, and again, I don't fault her for the actions that she took to try to help, because what are you supposed to do when your kid comes to you and they're like, something horrible is happening to me, but I can't explain what it is. So now today, I think I seek out these stories and I want to hear other people's stories to kind of justify, like, and validate that I experienced that. I am not crazy. And these things do happen.
I truly believe in that there is a connection with the supernatural. Mm-hmm. And I don't feel like it's ever tried to, like, harm me, per se, or, you know, been, like, out to get me, but there's some sort of, like, barrier or, you know, part of the world that I think some people easier tap into than others.
For sure.
And, because I used to have, like, really bad night terrors in that house, like, really, really bad. And once I moved out, I never had night terrors, like, anymore.
Right.
So
I felt, I guess, kind of singled out in my family because, to my knowledge, no one else experienced the things I did. So, you know, kind of looking back, and I'm like, okay, I'm the, like, by no means a medium or a psychic, but I possess some kind of sensitivity that allowed this presence to make itself aware to me.
yeah.
Which sucks because I'm the crazy kid who's like having these horrible things happen to her at night and like can't sleep in her own room because she's like terrified to. So like I was kind of like the weird kid. So now I'm like on a mission to prove shit's haunted.
I feel like you're still the weird kid.
Thank you. Cheers.
Look, I need to see stuff. I need to see silhouettes. I need to see apparitions walking around. I need to see faces in the window. I need to hear sounds. Scare me.
You have been. We've been through this 100 times. You text me. I was at work. You were like, the scariest fucking shit just ever happened to me. You were in your office and you heard someone in your house to a point you went to your safe and got your gun.
But I think it's something just fell. That's all.
Okay. Who pushed it?
It just, I don't know.
He's in denial.
It was off balance. The house was settling, you know.
Denial. I saw a silhouette in the staircase. That first landing scared the piss out of me. It was dark-ish. I think the bedroom light was on, so there was like some light. But I was just like, let me go get some water. So I'm just going down the stairs and I reached that first landing and I was like a person was standing in front of me. Scared me senseless. I was shook.
I think your head was shook.
And I went back up the stairs and I'm like, how do I tell Michael
Brain
that I
damage.
saw a ghost in his
Seeing
house?
things.
Because first he's going to do this shit.
Yeah.
But it was not long after your scary encounter where you're like, someone's in my house.
Well, let me ask you this, Trinity, because you're a realtor, all right? How many houses have you sold that were haunted? Have you ever had to disclose? Do you have to disclose that?
Not that I'm aware of. I've never had a haunted house that I've sold.
If somebody's murdered or dies in the house, you have to disclose it, right?
Not
in
necessarily in some states,
but I
not
don't
in
think
ours.
North Carolina.
And the only murder, I mean, I I've been to the murder house off of Ray Road when that one was for sale.
Ooh, please tell.
What is the murder
Say more.
house off of Ray Road?
Yeah.
There's a house off of Ray Road, and the woman and her son killed the stepfather, chopped him up, and put him in the freezer in the garage.
Oh no.
Yes. And like nobody found out about it for a very long time.
Okay, so
Yeah,
stepdad was
yeah.
not missed. They're just like,
They were
Eddie's
just
not coming into work today.
Yeah. So, and I just have always known that house is the murder house on Ray Road because there was a murder there.
Oh, girlfriend charged after Raleigh man found in freezer.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, let's have a look at this. Girlfriend charged after Raleigh man found in freezer. This was back in 2010. Okay,
Yep.
so 11 years ago. The live-in girlfriend of a missing Wake County man was arrested Thursday. Investigators said a day after sheriff's deputies found his body in a freezer at their home. How long was this body in the freezer?
I feel like I would be like, oh, I need to get this body out of here. Christmas is coming, and I need to put the ham in there or something. Like, don't you need that freezer space?
That was in December of 2000, or no, October. So
yes, the holidays are coming. Get this body out.
Lumberton was charged with first-degree murder in the death of David Rubin Jr., 52. All right. Murder house on Ray Road.
wait, I have questions.
more
Was
like
he
murder
like a
freezer.
domestic abuser? Like,
I
did
don't
she take out a life
know.
insurance policy?
I don't know anything really other about it than they did do a bunch of remodeling to that house. Not those people, but like since then it's been remodeled.
Well, I hope they had like a commercial freezer, and it wasn't like the top of the refrigerator. That would really suck.
Well, if this man is like 160 pounds, like you got to chop him up like super fine to get him into like the pull-out freezer at the bottom of
Ooh, some Dexter shit right there.
Oh, you watching the new season?
We're rewatching we're watching all the old ones so we can be ready for the new season. And I do think it's kind of like a little bit of a mind fuck. Like I'll find myself thinking like, okay, and I watch all these survival shows, so I'm always thinking like, okay, if I had to kill someone, how would
should I do it?
And how would I get away with it? Or if, like I'll be driving down the highway, I'm like, okay, if my tire blew out and I had to trek through the forest for like 10 miles, what would I take from my car to survive? Yeah. These are the things that cross my mind.
That's not bad though.
Okay.
You got to think about that.
You have to
the
think about these
apocalypse,
things,
man.
yeah.
I'm telling you, the world's looking more and more like one coming soon.
But for some reason, I was thinking the other day when I was driving, what would I do if my tire blew?
AAA.
Well,
I don't see you changing a tire. Oh, wait, hold on.
I know how to change a tire.
Really?
Yes. My father taught me. Thank you very much. I know how to change my oil too. I just prefer to pay someone else to do it.
Okay, Bird, you have 3 cars. So apocalypse breaks out. Which car are you taking?
Woo. That depends because I have one vehicle that gets 36 miles per gallon, but does not have 4-wheel drive. And I have one vehicle that gets 13 miles per gallon, and it can go anywhere. Damn. I would probably take both, but here's what I would do. I would pull the car with one of them U-Haul car tours. You drive the front wheels on it. And if I need the Jeep, and I mount the 50 cal to the back, you drive, I'll be on the top. And then if we need to get out of there fast, the Jeep's running out of gas, we'll get in the car. But if I had to just take one.
You can only take one.
The Jeep. I'd have to go with the Jeep. Oh, yeah, because when the apocalypse comes, 50 cal mount's coming on that baby. We're going to be ready. It's going to be zombie-fied ready. Yep. I'm
Well,
the plows
the
on the front.
zombies are slow anyway, so it's not like you have to gun it in the Gladiator.
Yeah.
Depends which zombie movie you're watching, because in some of them, the zombies are really fast.
And
Which
smart.
doesn't make any sense because it's a dead body. internal structure is decaying. The muscles are not working as they should.
Have you seen, what was that zombie movie we watched with Dave Bautista in it? Where they are the cooks in that restaurant in Vegas. Have you seen that one? It's like the World War Z zombies. That's what it's based off of. Like, these zombies are fast, athletic, can think, they communicate with each other. This ain't the Walking Dead shit. No. I would not want to be in a zombie apocalypse with
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead. Yeah. You guys got to watch that if you haven't seen it.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was very good. It was kind of scary too. Like, it did kind of put me on edge because they were kind of scary zombies, but they were.
She liked it because it had a zombie kitty cat. That tiger.
I don't remember
the zombie tiger. You don't
No, now I remember. I remember. Yeah. But these were a very evolved, I guess, zombie. Like, one of them became pregnant, and I'm like, impossible. I'm calling bullshit because, like, there's no blood flow. There's no, like, connective tissue, and if there is, there's nothing powering it because they're brain dead.
Well, first off, do zombies fuck? How can
there's no blood flow to get the penis up? Yes, there's no blood flow to get a zombie boner.
Maybe he put a splint on it. Who knows?
Ow.
They're zombies. They don't feel anything.
Yeah. So why are they fucking anyway?
They're evolved.
That's
come on.
That's just kind of zombies.
I guess it depends what the premise is of why what the definition of the zombie is, because in some of the zombie shows and movies, it's that they just like have a desire to eat flesh, not necessarily that they're decomposing and dead. Mm-hmm. So, you know,
if we're talking,
which vein you're running through.
I'm ballsy.
I don't know if I mean, obviously the worst case scenario zombie are the ones that are alive because they have motor function. Yeah. And they can, I guess, to some extent think for themselves, or at least operate to a point where, like, we cannot get in their way. If it's a dead person zombie, I would not be concerned in the slightest because I
just don't want it to be able to, like, climb or open doors.
If it's a dead person zombie, it physically and physiologically cannot do it because there's no connection. Like, the brain is not feeding impulses to the rest of the body, therefore.
Then how does it know to go feed and eat?
I don't know.
And why brains?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, brains power the muscular system.
But in your zombie movies, they wouldn't be good because all your zombies would be they wouldn't be able to function after probably a week.
Well,
because the rigor mortis would set in and atrophy, and they would have no muscle and they'd just be stiff.
Well, they've already been through rigor mortis. They're dead. Yeah. So those zombies, they're honestly really shitty zombies because they would, in theory, only survive until their muscular makeup decomposes completely and they're just a skeleton and there's nothing holding the skeleton together.
All right, so we are... Get to the chopper! And we're getting out of here. And we are... Because we got a realtor in here, and I want to ask some questions about what's going on with real estate right now. Right quick, and then we're going to get the hammer trivia.
We were talking about zombies, okay?
I know. I need to know what the housing market is looking like.
Important things here.
Trinity, what's the housing market looking like in Raleigh? We all still fucked if we're buyers.
What's your definition of fucked?
Like having to drop at least $30,000 down and putting down due diligence.
It's
thousands.
You're kind of like side fucked. Like there's some ability right now in the market to get stuff without, but there's pockets where. You know, North Raleigh, Cary, South Raleigh, the area, all 27703 in Durham, like, shit hits the market, it's gone. You're still in multiple offers, you're still paying over list, you're still covering appraisal gap, but there are certain areas where you can get in without that. and it's starting to shift just a tiny little bit.
So it is coming back down a little bit, but
Yeah, I mean, it can only go, we can't stay in this holding pattern forever.
So it's going to go back up probably. It'll never go back down.
I don't foresee it going back down because even back in 07 and 08, we were the first market to come out of it and the last to go in. Like, we were the least affected market here locally, which was great because we have a shit ton of colleges and universities. We have RTP. We have, a lot of industry coming in. So our job market is super stable. There's nothing that we are dependent upon that puts us at, like, I'm from Michigan where, like, once the automotive industry started going, everything in the state supported automotive. So it was just like a domino effect. So we're looking pretty good here in terms of housing prices remaining stable. I don't foresee it going back down. I think that we're going to see the crazy price increase and hikes stopping a bit because interest rates are going to start going up and people's buying power is going to be limited by that. So
finding my country escape with like 3 acres of land where I can actually keep a donkey is not looking so good right now.
Well, we'll keep looking, but it might be a little bit further out than.
Yeah, I'm patient. I ain't going anywhere. I'm fine. All right, Laura, are you ready? It's that time of the show. I know Trinity's got to get out of here. She's getting her hair did, so let's get her out of here. Oh no. Laura's in that phone again. I'm going to title this the Laura Phone episode.
I'm still looking for this name of the devil.
Beelzebub.
No.
It's Beelzebub.
It's going to wake you up at 3 a.m. and you're going to be like,
Seriously.
I remember.
You better be concentrating on
And
Christmas movie trivia.
Gonna get a text message.
All right, Trinity. The way this works
All right,
is
I'm ready.
there's 6 total questions. You'll get
Okay.
3. Laura will get 3. All right, and whoever answers the most correct wins.
Oh, God.
All right,
I suck at trivia.
And what makes things even better here is there's not multiple choice. You have to know it.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Fuck is just
Well,
about right.
Congratulations in advance.
I don't know, man. It has not gone very well for me the last several episodes, so
Pop culture happens to not be my thing. So we'll see how this goes.
So let me get these ready. All right.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong.
All right, here we go. Christmas movies. Trinity, you're our guest, so you will go first.
All right.
How many Oscars did The Apartment win in 1960?
The Apartment?
Yeah, The Apartment. It's a Christmas movie, I guess.
How many Oscars did it win?
1960. It's between 1 and 10, I'll tell you that much.
Okay. How about 3?
3. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to edit this because I'm putting this in. Where did it go? Did I close it by accident? Oh, no. It's wrong. Oh my gosh, it's 5 actually.
Oh, dang.
5.
that's
yeah.
a lot of
Yes.
Oscars for a movie I've
You're
literally
asking me
never
about
heard
a
of.
movie that came out 20 years before I was born.
I never said this was going to be easy.
Yeah.
Hammer trivia is not easy. You
Oh,
got to be
boy.
ready when you come in here. All right. Well, here's the one I wanted to play. Because you said, and I was going to go. Laura, I wish I never would have found this.
Me too.
All right, I'll skip it this time. All right, Laura.
I'll definitely get more wrong so you can hit your buzzer.
I don't even know. It disappeared. I can't even.
We
find
can
it
let
now.
Trinity supply the sound effects here.
I got it. I'm good now. Laura, stop looking at the screen. You're cheating.
I'm waiting for you to just put this.
What Batman movie begins on Christmas Day? You know.
Batman Forever.
That is wrong.
Shocker.
Batman Returns.
Oh, of course.
All right, Trinity. Here we go.
Oh,
Round
God.
2. What is Clarence called, or why is Clarence called an angel second class in It's a Wonderful Life?
Why is he called an angel
Second class. Be quiet, Laura.
Because he boozed it up and was trying to kill himself to get insurance money.
Laura, you want to tell her?
I think it's because he was not yet an angel. He still had to earn his wings.
Yeah, he didn't have his wings yet.
Oh, I was thinking of the other dude.
She doesn't get a point for that,
Yeah,
though.
that's all right.
All right, Laura. What two actors star in Frank Capra's other Christmas classic, Meet John Doe, from 1941? Just want me to go ahead and push it now?
1941.
Gene Kelly.
And
I mean, like, one of these I do recognize.
Frank Sinatra.
That is wrong.
Wrong.
Gary Cooper
Wrong,
and Barbara Stanwyck.
wrong.
Barbara Stanwyck, that name sounds
You're
familiar.
wrong. You're wrong.
Can you ask
Okay.
questions from stuff that we would actually know?
No.
might know
Why
this.
would
Okay,
he
I
do
might know
that?
this, yeah.
All right, starting round 3. What Christmas special was the first to use real children's voices in animation?
Was it the one with the snowman and the
Ooh, what was that one? That's so many Christmas. That's so many.
One with the snowman.
you know, and the guy, the claymation one with the dentist and the you know what I'm talking about?
Is that like
He wants
Rudolph
to
the
be a
Red-Nosed
dentist.
Reindeer or something?
Oh, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called.
Just want me to go ahead and hit it.
Yeah. Fuck.
We just watched it the other day, actually. A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that was not what I was thinking. I was thinking, what's the Christmas movie with the claymation and
Frosty the
The-
Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed
No.
Reindeer. That's all I can...
With the dentist.
Yes, you do your. I'll find it.
Okay. Laura. Chance to win right here. Round 3. What's the fictional town's name in The Family Stone from 2005?
Oh my God. I don't.
What is the name of the cat in the Christmas movie from 1910 that never
You are-
existed?
You're being tested tonight. What can I say?
This is not even a test. The what is the name of the movie?
The Family Stone from 2005.
I'm just trying to come up with like
Christmasville.
the most ridiculous Whoville.
That is wrong. Thayer, Connecticut.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Thayer, Connecticut. Okay.
How dare I?
The score is currently Trinity 0, Laura 0. This is one of our toughest quizzes yet.
Thanks.
All
You
right.
think?
Oh, here we go. You got a 50-50 shot of getting this one right. This is
Okay.
true or false.
Jesus.
Princess Margaret and the future Queen Elizabeth attended the London screening of The Bishop's Wife in 1947 and enjoyed it. Is that true or false?
False.
Wrong.
You had a 50-50
Wrong.
chance.
I mean, I didn't even know they had movies then. Wasn't there
was-
like a war?
It was like World War One was going on.
Why were they making movies
yeah, I
during
thought
World
people
War
were, like,
One?
People
I-
were,
I
like,
thought we
doing
were
war
rationing
stuff, right?
things.
I think I just caught Laura giving some side eye over here to the screen.
I was not. I am not a cheater.
Oh, okay. We'll see. But you know what? Okay, if it says it was true, so they did enjoy it. I need more feedback. How did they enjoy it? Give me a little more quiz. I mean, damn,
Maybe
okay.
it was the advent of popcorn.
When was popcorn invented? Was
I
it
don't know.
invented in the 1940s?
I thought it was invented at Thanksgiving, the very first Thanksgiving.
Are you being serious right now? No. She said it so convincingly. All right, Laura. Who directed The Preacher's Wife, 1996, with Whitney Houston and Denzel Washington? You know, if you get this right, you win.
In what year?
1996. You were like, what, 4 years
6.
old?
I was 6 years old.
6 years old.
Joel Schumacher.
Penny Marshall.
Of course.
Eddie
But yeah,
Monster.
I mean, that was just like right there. I just couldn't think of it.
Yeah, I know you got this. Okay, what holiday movie did Bing Crosby first sing White Christmas?
White Christmas?
Yeah. Wait, was
I
that
thought
your
that was
answer?
your guess.
Oh, was that your guess?
Well, not anymore.
What?
That's terrific.
I don't know.
Oh.
A Christmas movie, a Christmas story,
Just
Christmas.
put you out of your misery.
Bing Crosby was not in a Christmas story.
It was some
It
movie
was-
called
I
Holiday
thought he
Inn.
was dancing like with his Red Ryder BB gun.
This was 19.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Wait, this movie was 1942. This was like pre-World War One. I don't think they were shooting Daisy BB guns back then. I just brought it back down. Just keep it secret.
This is
Wait, who's-
so embarrassing.
This is by far the worst.
It's going to get worse.
Perfect.
Where are we at?
Great.
It's
Laura,
my turn.
for the win again. What year did A Season for Miracles premiere on the Hallmark Hall of Fame?
Wait, what year did it premiere on Hallmark, or was it inducted into the Hallmark Hall of Fame?
It says, what year did A Season for Miracles premiere on the Hallmark Hall of Fame? So I'm guessing it was inducted. I don't even know what A Season of Miracles is.
I mean, Hallmark makes just the best movies ever.
She's joking right now.
But there's like
Wait.
3 different plots and like 400 movies.
Yeah.
1973.
wrong.
1999.
Ooh, and you know what? I was
I mean,
thinking.
you had the 90s. 90
I
wrong
was going
close.
90s, but then I was like, no, Hallmark is like older, right?
All right, so we're in sudden death right
Boy.
now.
Okay,
So this is
all
the
right.
next person that gets one right is the winner.
Whoever
Can we
gets
just shout out-
anything
can we just
right.
shout out the right answer if we've got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Well, hold on.
All right.
So we're doing like buzzers.
Yep.
All right, now I'll judge and see who gets first. Okay. Who was initially supposed to direct It Happened on Fifth Avenue? We're doing speed round. In the 1942 Christmas film starring Betty Davis, The Man Who Came to Dinner, who was Sheridan Whiteside based on in real life? What is the grandmother's name in All I Want for Christmas? What actor does an uncredited voiceover dubbing for Errol Flynn in Never Say Goodbye?
Did you find like the most obscure, hardest holiday trivia ever?
How many Emmys did Christmas on the Square win? Ooh, just guess. Trinity.
5.
It was 2. I'm gonna find one that you guys are gonna get here. Okay.
Yes, please.
Who or what is the Great Rupert?
A
Trinity.
reindeer.
You have an answer?
A teddy bear.
Both of y'all are wrong. A squirrel. Okay. What? Oh, get ready. This could be a winner right here. All right. What was the ending theme song for the 1988 Christmas film Scrooged? All right. Hint time. Annie Lennox.
Walking on broken glass.
Ah!
How about no?
I put a spell on you.
How about no?
Put a little love in your heart.
Oh,
Remember?
shit.
Oh my God,
Yes,
Scrooge.
I do
Oh,
remember
I thought y'all had
now.
that.
I
I did not know that was Annie Lennox.
I don't know if walking on broken glass is either.
Um,
but it's what popped into my head.
All right, here we go. Only one of y'all are gonna
So
get it.
embarrassing.
This is okay. True or false? Die Hard was Alan Rickman's feature film debut. Laura.
False.
Buzz. True.
Oh, yay!
I can't, no. We can't end on that. You got it wrong. That was his feature film debut.
Yay, Trinity won!
No,
Yay, Trinity
no,
won!
she doesn't win
Please-
by default like
Please get me the fuck out of here.
that.
God.
Oh, wow.
This is
Oh.
quite possibly the most painful thing I've ever said.
Oh, my God. Okay, one more. We got lots more. We can break this.
No.
Can you
The
pick
character of Charlie Boyd in Noelle, 2004, plays a major role in the film, but the actor is uncredited. Who plays this role?
one? Nobody knows, Michael.
Robin Williams.
Nobody
Oh.
knows.
What can I do? You know what? I just don't even. Where's a good one here?
Whatever you do, Michael, do not
it's
submit your
literally
video
the most-
audition to host Jeopardy, okay? Like,
It's not my fault. Y'all can't get these questions. They're pretty simple, actually. I could have had like 5 or 6.
these
of
are
them already.
so simple.
Is this going to be the first Hammer Trivia where we don't have a winner?
Yes.
Um,
I actually
Trinity
think
won.
We
Oh.
are both winners.
Are you ready? Get your buzzers ready. Somebody's going to win now. What is the main character's name in A Nightmare Before Christmas? Laura.
Jack Skellington.
Oh
Yay!
my God! We have a winner. Thank
Congratulations.
God.
All right.
How many was that? Like 50 questions.
That was
That was-
like 50
sweating.
questions.
That was like legit the worst. Like I'm so embarrassed right now.
That was the most we've ever had to put out here.
I would
Okay.
like to just take a moment and apologize to all of our listeners right now. And if you actually hung
made
in
it this
there
far.
to listen through that fucking
Debacle.
circus, please don't please don't unsubscribe. We love you.
Well, I think that this episode, that Hammer Trivia exhausted us, and I think it's time to go.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Bye.
yeah. But Trinity, thanks for being on the show.
Feliz Navidad.
Hey, look, if you're looking for more clients, where can they find you? How can they get in touch with you?
They can find me on my Insta page.
At
Sold-
sold_with_ Trinlandia.
Or
Right.
they can, send me a smoke signal, carrier pigeon. I
I like-
respond to everything.
Do carrier pigeons really work now? Aren't they extinct? I think they're extinct.
No.
Yeah, carrier pigeons are.
No.
Think so? Google that shit.
Okay.
Laura, thanks for being on the show. And hey,
Thanks.
we'll see you guys later. Bye. Merry
Bye.
Christmas.
Bye.
Boom.